everybody, it's James. It's the ComedyPreneur Show, and today we're going to talk about that one behavior that all comedians have to master. So before we get into the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let's jump into it. Woo! Hey everybody, it's James. It's the ComedyPreneur Show, and today we're talking about the one behavior that all comedians have to master. Now, there's a couple of things that all comedians have to master. Obviously, the big thing though is going to be this one behavior. Now, I'm going to talk about some other behaviors that lead into this, and so the biggest part of this we'll get to at the end. So please stick around. Here we go. So there's three main traits that comedians need to thrive, and those are comedy creativity. So you have to have that comedic creative mind. Right? That means that you need to be able to observe the world, turn it into a joke, all those things. So those are basics. These are basics that will get you started in comedy. But there's one that you have to master. So comedy creativity, expressive enterprising. So what you need to do is be able to take your creative idea and make it relatable. Make it something that everyone can digest, right? That you can put out there. You're being expressive with it. You're being forward with it. You're putting it out there on the world. So you need to do that, and you need to make people think about it, and that's what gets the laugh, right? When you surprise them with a new point of view, a new thing, that's what it is. And then that third trait that you need to be able to do is you need to be able to perform, right? Comes in the case of practicing, putting forward, writing every day, those kind of things. Now, you don't necessarily have to write every day. I do. I try to. A lot of people do. And it breeds this skill. And so the skill, the one thing that everyone needs to master is discipline. Every comedian needs to master discipline. That's what makes successful comedians successful, right? Jerry Seinfeld has his don't break the chain thing where he writes something every day and he marks it off on a calendar every single day. That's what it is. And you get that confidence because you're doing it, right? You get creative because you're doing that. You get more expressive because you're doing that. Every time you practice discipline, you put in that work, that's going to make you successful, right? Kevin Hart, like I've said this a million times on this. I've said it out in the world to other comedians. He has that phrase, everybody wants to be famous, nobody wants to put in the work. The work is discipline. Discipline is the hardest skill. And as comedians, we just want to be funny, get on stage, tell our jokes, and go home, right? That's what we want to do. Hey, let's go out there and kill for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it is, and then out of here. But the discipline, the work comes in hard, right? We all know the story of Michael Jordan. If you don't know the story of Michael Jordan, he didn't make his freshman team. So he worked, put in the hard work, the discipline, got better, and then he's the greatest basketball player of all time. I know some people will say LeBron or Kobe or whatever, and that's fine. They are also amazing, but they also have discipline. They put in the work. LeBron James puts in the work, right? Kobe Bryant put in the work. They all do it. So if you want to be successful, discipline is the key. Now, it sounds weird coming from a comedian to say, hey, you have to be disciplined. But seriously, I set aside time every single day to write. And I have writing projects and things that I'm hired on. I have to set time aside to work on those projects, right? I can't just dilly-dally and play video games all day. It'd be great if I could. It'd be great if I could watch movies or TV. I could watch The Office 18 million times. I could watch, The Righteous Gemstones or The Simpsons or whatever I'm into at that time point. But that's not how it works, man. Like, you have to put in the discipline. You have to put in the work. If you want to be successful, you have to put in the work. So this is the one skill that every comedian has to master in order to be successful, and that's discipline. Find your time, be disciplined, put in the work, and you will be successful. Will it take time? Sure. Some people it's 10 years. Some people it's 20 years. Rodney Dangerfield had to quit comedy and come back at 40, right? And then he got famous. Put in the work. That's all it takes. You put in the work, you'll never regret it. I promise you that. And I hope this helps you guys. Thank you so much for checking out the ComedyPreneur Show. Like, subscribe, and I hope that this helps you drive and be more motivated to turn your funny into money. Have a great one.